Hello, my name's Richard Kent, and today I want to talk about the Big Bang, which never happened. It's a load of rubbish. And I can tell you with certainty it's complete rubbish because it actually conflicts with the two most important laws in physics, the first and second law of thermodynamics. And I'm going to make that simple for you so you can understand it. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And in fact, I described in a different fun fact that God has put his numeric stamp on Genesis 1:1 because there are three nouns, God, heaven and earth, and the numeric value of those three adds up to 777, which speaks of the Trinity. However, let's just concentrate for now on the Big Bang, which never happened. Unfortunately, the Big Bang is taught to all our children and all young people at university, but we know from Scripture that that's simply not what happened. Jesus actually created everything. Unfortunately, our children are taught something completely different called a Big Bang. And according to current beliefs, the Big Bang happened 13.75 billion years ago. The stars evolved by chance about 10 billion years ago. The sun evolved by chance about 5 billion years ago. The Earth appeared in a molten form about 4.5 billion years ago, and the sea appeared, or first oceans appeared 3.8 billion years ago. All complete rubbish, and I'll show you why. First law of thermodynamics says that energy and matter actually cannot be created or destroyed. Now, I'll make that simple for you so you can understand it. You haven't got to understand physics to understand this. There is a fire. Basically, you have logs in a sack, you put them in a fire and you set fire to them. Off comes lots of energy in the form of heat and light, and when you come back later in the evening, there's a pile of ash. What's happened is that the matter has given off a lot of energy and the wood has simply become ash. So there's the first law of thermodynamics for you. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. Wood has become energy, and what you have left behind is ash. Now, coming back to the Big Bang, the evolutionists want us to believe that 13.75 billion years ago, there was now they call a singularity, a tiny little mass, so small it's smaller than a subatomic particle, that something caused it to explode. All that energy came from nowhere. So that mass and that energy came from nowhere, but the first law of thermodynamics says that energy and matter cannot be created. So there you are. The first law of thermodynamics doesn't sit at all with the theory of evolution. So now we're going to move on to the second law of thermodynamics, which talks about increasing disorder, and the technical word is entropy, but I'm going to make it simple for you. Here's a pile of bricks. Now, if there was an explosion in that pile of bricks, what would you expect? Would you expect increasing order? There's increasing order in a pile of bricks, and there's a nice little house, and I wouldn't mind living there. And do you think that happened because the builder came along and exploded a pile of bricks? No, it didn't. And nor did the universe. What actually would happen if the builder came along and exploded a pile of bricks is a pile of bricks, but not a neat pile of bricks, an increasing disorder of pile of bricks. But what the evolutionists want you to believe is that out of nothing, out of nowhere, this singularity suddenly appeared, even though it's tiny, of infinite mass. It exploded and all the energy came from nowhere. It just suddenly happened by chance, and the universe was created. There is the whole universe in it, and the evolutionists say that this all happened by chance, not according to the second law of thermodynamics. If you have a big bang or a little bang or any other sort of explosion, you will not get a universe. In fact, the universe has been very carefully designed by God. There we have the sun on the left, which has nuclear fusion going on in it, which is highly, highly specialized, and 8 planets. And those 8 planets, by the way, there is a design of their orbit. They're all separated by a particular mathematical equation, which is related to the divine ratio, which I'll be talking about in a different fun fact. Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." And Jesus actually quoted creation twice, once in Mark 10:6 and once in Matthew 19:4. He didn't speak about Big Bang or evolution. He quoted Genesis many times, and creation specifically in those 2 scriptures. We know that in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and the Big Bang is absolute rubbish. Thanks for listening, and God bless.